Hi students. In this video we are going to discuss about interference of light waves. The phenomenon of superposition of two light waves which produces increase in intensity at some points and decrease in intensity at some other points is called interference of light. Already you have learned the interference of waves in your 11th standard. Kindly refer the topic to understand interference in light waves. Let us consider two light waves from the two sources S1 and S2 meeting at a point P as shown here. The wave from the S1 at an instant t at point P is given by y1, that is equal to a1 sin omega t. Here a1 is the amplitude of the first wave. What do you mean by amplitude? That is the maximum displacement of the particle from the mean position. Likewise, the wave from S2 at an instant t at point P is given by y2, that is equal to a2 sin omega t plus phi. In this expression, a2 is the amplitude of the second wave. The two waves have different amplitudes a1 and a2, but they have the same angular frequency omega. Here phase difference of phi between them. Actually, what do you mean by phase difference? Let us take two waves. Here it is a first wave, and with the dotted line I am going to represent the second wave. Is there any phase difference between them? There will be no phase difference because both has completed their crest at 180. At 360 they have covered one full vibration. So phase difference between them is 0. So we can say they are in phase. Let us take another one example. Here second wave is superimposed like this. First wave have covered the crest at 180 degree, but what about the second wave? Second wave has completed one trough. So they have the phase difference 180 degree. Here easily you can understand the light waves from S1 has covered less distance to reach point P, whereas light waves from S2 has taken more distance to reach the point P. So there is a path difference. If there is a path difference means there will be phase difference too. So that phase difference is given by the letter phi. Since they are going to superimpose at the point P, we can write the resultant displacement, which is given by y, that is equal to y1 plus y2. Write the expression for y1, a1 sin omega t, plus what is the expression for y2, a2 sin omega t plus phi. It is resemble to sin a plus b formula. What is the expression? Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So we can write y1 as it is a1 sin omega t plus a2. This can be expanded like this: sin omega t cos phi plus cos omega t sin phi. Whereas a2 is a common thing that can be taken into the bracket. Here a2, here also this expression can be multiplied with a2. In the first two expressions, sin omega t is a common thing, so that can be taken outside. a1 plus a2 cos phi. I am going to take sin omega t as a common thing. Sin omega t plus second factor as it is want to be written a2 cos omega t sin phi. Here let us take a1 plus a2 cos phi as a cos theta. Likewise, here a2 sin phi can be taken as a sin theta. Let us take this expression as first equation, this as a second equation. So as per the first and the second equation, y, that is equal to, this can be written as a cos theta sin omega t plus a2 sin phi, which is equal to a sin theta cos omega t. A is a common thing that can be taken outside. So it is an expansion of sin a plus b formula. So how can we shorten this expression? Y that is equal to a sin omega t plus theta. Let us take this expression as a third equation. Whereas in a third equation, capital A refers the resultant amplitude. When two cresta interfere, the amplitude increases. So which is given by the letter capital A, that is resultant amplitude. To find the value of resultant amplitude, let us square the first and second equation and add them. A1 plus A2 cos phi square plus left hand side of the second equation A2 square sin square phi, which is equal to, let us take the right hand side of the first equation, that can be squared, a square cos square theta plus right hand side of the second equation a square sin square theta. Here a square is a common thing that can be taken outside. So this expression, you know, cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equal to 1. So here, which is resemble to a plus b the whole square formula. So let us apply that. A1 square plus A2 square cos square phi plus 2 A1 A2 cos phi plus A2 square sin square phi, which is now equal to a square only. Here you can see A2 square, here also A2 square, that is a common thing. So it can be written as A1 square plus A2 square can be taken outside. Then it can be written as cos square phi plus sin square phi plus 2A1 A2 cos phi, that is equal to once again a square. We are going to find the expression for resultant amplitude A. Here what is the value? Same thing, it is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equal to 1. So what is the remaining thing? A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi, that is equal to A. Then what is the expression for the resultant amplitude A? A that is equal to, it's a square. For that I am going to take a square root. Then A. So other things want to be written within a square root. A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos phi, which is determine the resultant amplitude. Phi only determine the resultant amplitude. Phi is a phase difference between the two waves. Let us divide the equation 2 by the equation 1. So let me write the equation 2 first. A2 sin phi, which is equal to a sin theta. It is divided by A1 plus A2 cos phi divided by a cos theta. Here a can be cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta, which is equal to tan theta. It is an angle between the two waves. Theta that is equal to tan can be taken to other side, tan inverse of this value A2. Let us take this expression as a fourth equation. As I have told already, the resultant amplitude is determined by the phase angle phi. When the resultant amplitude will have the maximum value, cos phi should be equal to 1. When cos theta value will be equal to 1, the phi value should be equal to 0. So when phi value that is equal to 0, we can apply here cos phi is equal to 1. So what is the remaining thing? Root of a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2. This can be shortened as root of a1 plus a2 the whole square, which is a maximum resultant value. This is possible when phi that is equal to 0. And what are the other angles? Plus or minus 2 pi. or it can be equal to 4 pi, like that it can be continued. How you can understand that? So previous example I explained, two waves I have taken. Here what is the phase difference? 0. Then there will be a constructive interference. Two crests are interfere there. Two troughs are going to interfere there, means maximum amplitude will obtain. Likewise, another one example. S1 P and S2 P. The path difference between the two waves is, it has completed one vibration, so which is equal to 2 pi, because one complete vibration is over here. So that is equal to 2 pi, means phase difference is equal to 2 pi. The cos 2 pi value is also equal to 1. There also we can get the constructive interference there. Then we can decide when the resultant amplitude will be minimum. For that, destructive interference want to be taken place. To get a destructive interference, what is the condition? Phi value should be equal to pi. Then only there will be a destructive interference. So second wave, here what is the phase difference between them? Pi is a phase difference. So destructive interference, then amplitude will be minimum. So let us write the equation. Amplitude in this case will be minimum. So same thing, root of a1 square plus a2 square, but here you have to apply pi, cos pi, that is equal to -1. So this expression can be written as minus 2a1 a2, which is shortened as root of a1 minus a2 the whole square. Here we are going to find the difference between the amplitude of the two waves. So definitely the amplitude value will be reduces, that is only minimum amplitude. Then we can extend the condition. Pi is the initial value, or otherwise can be equal to odd multiples of pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. These are the condition to get the minimum amplitude.